The movie begins in a dark and quiet motel room at 2 a.m. Alice, a 30-year-old woman, answers a call from her husband, Eric. He speaks in a calm, loving tone, reminding her that they have a doctor's appointment the next day. They're seeing a fertility doctor because Alice and Eric have been trying to have a baby for some time, but it's been difficult for them. Alice's work as a social media manager for a pharmaceutical company keeps her busy, and tonight, she is on her way back from an important conference. However, there's a big secret Alice is hiding from her husband. She is having an affair with her colleague and best friend John. Eric has no idea about this betrayal. Alice and Eric talk for a little longer on the phone, and then Alice gets ready to check out of the motel. She and John leave the motel together, and as they drive away, we start to learn more about their relationship. Alice and Eric have been struggling with fertility issues for a while now. Eric is supportive and caring, but it seems like Alice is feeling the pressure, and her mind is elsewhere. On the road, John makes an odd observation. He remembers filling the car's gas tank just yesterday, but now it's almost empty. Confused, he pulls over at a nearby gas station to refill the tank. While John takes care of the car, Alice heads inside the gas station store to grab a cup of coffee. At the same time, we see something unsettling. The car is leaking gas, explaining why the tank emptied so quickly. There's a large billboard near the gas station that reads, "God is nowhere." The words stand out, almost foreshadowing the dangerous situation about to unfold. Alice enters the store and notices something strange. The place seems empty, with no one behind the counter. She decides to leave the money on the counter and walk out. But as she turns to leave, something terrifying happens. Blood is splattered on the walls, and just as she reaches for the door to escape, an unknown person shoots her in the arm. A barrage of bullets follows, narrowly missing her as she scrambles to find cover. Alice manages to crawl behind a shelf, trying to stay out of sight, but the person shooting doesn't stop. He keeps firing in her direction, while John remains completely unaware of what's happening. He's inside the car, blasting music and oblivious to Alice's cries for help. With her arm badly injured, Alice ties a tourniquet around the wound. Her heart races as she tries to figure out how to survive this horrifying situation. She peeks out from behind the shelf and notices that the sniper is perched on the billboard, firing shots at her. Alice is cornered, with no way to escape and no one around to help. Determined, she reaches for her phone, which is a few meters away, but before she can grab it, the sniper shoots the phone out of her hand, rendering it useless. Alice now has no way to call for help. She looks around the store and spots a walkie-talkie on a nearby desk, but the desk is in the sniper's line of fire. Alice quickly devises a plan. She grabs some chips from a nearby shelf and throws them in the air. The sniper fires at them, giving Alice just enough time to rush to the desk and grab the walkie-talkie. On the other end of the radio, a man answers. He asks Alice to explain what's happening, but his first question is about his wife, Amelia. Alice is confused but quickly tells the man that she's trapped in the store, hiding from the sniper. While she talks to him, she tries to piece together what's going on. Meanwhile, John, still unaware of the danger Alice is in, notices that the fuel tank is leaking again. He decides to go inside the store to check on Alice, but as soon as he enters, he's shot in the neck by the sniper. John falls to the floor, and with his last breath, he begs Alice for help, but the sniper finishes him off, firing another shot into his body. In a desperate attempt to get help, Alice speaks to the man on the radio. She tells him her name and explains the situation in the store. The man on the other end asks about his wife again, and Alice assures him that there is no one else in the store. Suddenly, the man laughs maniacally and reveals that he was the one who killed John. His voice becomes even more chilling as he says that if Alice doesn't want to talk to him anymore, he will come down and finish the job himself. With time running out, Alice looks around the store for a way to escape. She notices some light switches on the wall and thinks that if the lights go out, she might have a better chance of getting away from the sniper's line of sight. She starts throwing objects at the switchboard, hoping to turn off the lights, but nothing happens. Alice's mind races. She sees a shelf behind her and notices that it has wheels. She carefully moves the shelf, dodging bullets as she goes, and finally manages to block the sniper's view of her. As she takes a leap, she turns off the lights in the store, hoping that the darkness will give her a chance to escape. After turning off the lights, Alice tries again to contact someone over the walkie-talkie, but to her horror, she keeps connecting to the sniper. He speaks coldly, and Alice realizes he is alone in this twisted situation. The sniper starts ranting, revealing that he killed his wife, Amelia, because she was cheating on him. Alice is shocked and frightened as the man shares his twisted version of the story. She is also scared because she's hiding her own secret. She's cheating on her husband, Eric, with John. The sniper's words are unsettling as Alice begins to wonder if she's just been caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, or if her affair is why the sniper is targeting her. She struggles to comprehend the danger she's in, and she wonders how she can survive this nightmare. Suddenly, Alice notices headlights outside the store. A car has arrived at the gas station. A man named Doug steps out and enters the store, looking for his girlfriend, Amelia. Alice, realizing the danger, quickly tries to warn Doug. She tells him to get down, as there is a sniper nearby. She figures out that Doug must be the man Amelia was having an affair with. Doug seems confused and claims that Amelia wasn't married, but Alice isn't sure who to trust. The sniper's voice on the walkie-talkie goes silent, and for a moment, Alice wonders if Doug is the killer. She questions him, but Doug insists that he's just looking for his girlfriend. Still unsure, Alice asks him to go back to his car and get his phone to call the police. As she tries to distract the sniper, Doug hesitates, fearing the sniper might kill him, but Alice urges him to go. Doug finally agrees and heads back to his car, but as he approaches the vehicle, he's shot dead, just as Alice feared. His phone, which he was about to grab, is destroyed. This confirms that Doug was telling the truth, and the sniper wasn't him. Now, Alice is devastated. She sent Doug to his death, thinking he might be the killer. Her options are dwindling, and she feels hopeless. The sniper returns to the radio, his voice full of anger. He accuses Alice of murder, claiming that she sent Doug on a suicide mission because she knew he wouldn't survive. He tells Alice that he knows about her company's shady practices and accuses her of being responsible for the deaths of many people. The sniper explains how he believes Alice's company makes drugs that ruin people's lives. He accuses her of climbing the corporate ladder by stepping on others, and he says that she deserves to die. He also brings up a past incident where Alice falsely accused a man of sexual assault, leading to his firing. This man, the sniper claims, was left with no money to care for his sick daughter. As the sniper rants on, Alice feels a mixture of fear and guilt. She knows she's not perfect, but she never expected to be targeted in such a brutal way. The sniper continues to blame Alice for everything he perceives as wrong with the world. He insists that she's no better than him, and that she deserves to suffer. Alice spots a row of umbrellas on a shelf nearby. She wonders if they can be used in her struggle for survival, but as she grabs the umbrellas and prepares to act, the sniper notices what she's doing and begins shooting again. Bullets rain down on the gas station and Alice ducks to avoid them. She quickly realizes that she needs to find a way out. She looks for a way to break open the locked exit gate, but it's no use. The padlock is too strong. Frustrated, Alice tries everything she can think of. Then, she sees a car pull up to the station. An old man steps out to refuel, but when he spots Doug's body, he panics. The sniper immediately shoots the man, killing him in cold blood. Alice watches in horror as the sniper turns his weapon on the old man's wife, who also comes out of the car. Alice desperately tries to signal her to hide, but it's too late. The sniper kills her too. In an instant, an innocent couple is slaughtered right in front of Alice. The sniper calls Alice a murderer and tells her that they share the same evil nature. He says she will pass on this evil gene to her unborn child. Alice is shaken and denies this claim. She tells him that she's not like him and that she has no intention of having children, as she doesn't want them to suffer the way he has. But just as Alice thinks she's lost all hope, she notices a young girl, Cindy, sitting in the car. Cindy, terrified after witnessing the brutal killings of her grandparents, refuses to leave the car. Alice tries to talk to her, telling her to run, but Cindy is too afraid to move. Alice pleads with the sniper to spare the child's life, but he says that if he wanted to kill her, he would have done it already. The sniper gives Alice 2 minutes to get the girl to leave the store. Alice begs Cindy to go to the road, but Cindy won't listen. Instead, the little girl runs back into the store, too scared to face the outside world. Now, Alice is left with no choice but to lock the door and try to protect Cindy at all costs. Alice starts working to break open the padlock on the exit gate, but it's difficult. As she struggles with the lock, the sniper approaches the store, getting closer to his prey. Alice is running out of time, and she knows she must act fast. She hears the sound of footsteps, and then the door bursts open. The sniper has entered the store, and Alice is ready to fight for her life. She grabs anything she can find as a weapon. She knows this is her last chance to survive. The sniper taunts her, asking if he was sent here by her husband, her co-workers, or maybe by a man whose daughter died from the drugs Alice's company made. In a desperate moment, Alice jumps the sniper from behind and impales a rod in his back. But this doesn't stop him. The sniper fights back and they struggle, trying to overpower each other. Alice manages to remove his mask and sees his face for the first time. But before she can do anything else, the sniper shoots her, and she falls to the ground. As Alice lies on the ground, she struggles to stay conscious. The sniper moves toward the corner where Cindy is hiding. Alice can barely move, but she forces herself to act. Using what little strength she has left, Alice manages to get up and grab a fire extinguisher. She musters all her remaining energy and strikes the sniper with it, knocking him to the ground. The sniper attempts to get back up, but Alice doesn't give him a chance. She quickly lands another blow, rendering him immobile. Though she is exhausted and bleeding, Alice knows this is her chance to end the nightmare. With great difficulty, Alice drags the sniper to a hydraulic press in the store. She wants to make sure he doesn't hurt anyone else. She places him under the press, determined to crush him once and for all. The machine begins to work, and slowly, Alice lowers the press onto the sniper. His skull is crushed with a sickening sound, finally ending the chaos that has consumed her life for the past few hours. As the press grinds away, Alice is still breathing heavily, covered in blood. She never gets to find out the sniper's identity or his real motives. The mystery of why he targeted her and whether he was truly seeking revenge for his wife's death remains unsolved. All Alice knows is that the nightmare is finally over, but the victory comes at a terrible cost. Alice collapses to the ground in exhaustion. She's given everything she has, but it's not enough to save her. Slowly, her breathing becomes shallow, and her body grows weaker. Her wounds are too much for her to overcome. The young girl who had witnessed so much horror is the only survivor of this brutal encounter. She watches as Alice takes her last breath, helpless and confused. The morning sun rises, casting a soft light over the gas station. Cindy, now alone in the world, steps out of the store. She walks down the road, leaving behind the gruesome scene of death. She doesn't know what the future holds, but she's the only one who made it out alive. As she walks away, we're left to wonder about the darkness of the world and the twisted fates of those who cross paths with Alice.